Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective, Tran in the building. He's rocking the appropriate attire as we've been waiting for this day, Tran. It's finally here. Bijan Robinson has officially declared for the 2023 NFL Draft, and we couldn't be more excited for Bijan, his future, and just, we want to give some thanks for what he's given to this university. So Tran, I love the shirt, brother. I love it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I thought it was appropriate for the day, like you said.
Absolutely, man. He posted the announcement. I mean, they had the press conference just now, and we're reacting kind of real time. But as with a player of this magnitude, of this stature in college football, there's some positive PR that has to be done, and part of the announcement process. So he shared this really cool video that I think we want to play a little bit. Tran even makes an appearance in here, and let's spot him out when we can find him. But I'm gonna just let this roll, Bijan's words, and then we'll react and talk appropriately.
Hi, Longhorn Nation. This B.
We'll edit this out. I cannot believe this.
Hi, Longhorn Nation. This B. The first thing I want to say is thank you. These past 3 years has been a journey. So many experiences with this team, with the city, with the state of Texas. It's been nothing but a blessing. I'm just so appreciative of everybody here that's been along this ride. I just want to thank my family, my grandpa, my grandma, my mom, my stepdad, my brothers and sisters, my auntie. I wouldn't have been here without them. I just want to thank them for everything. They put so much effort into making me the man that I am, and I just love them so much for all the support that they've given me. I want to thank my teammates, my former coaches that brought me here, current coaches now, Coach Sark, for just continuing to give me a chance to use the gift that God has given me, and Coach Choice being the guy in our room to mold us and to make us great young men and great football players. And to the running backs that's been in the room for the past 3 years, it's just been an honor to be with you guys and to try to be an example of being a good teammate to make us all better. It's just been a fun 3 years and a fun ride, and man, I love y'all. I am declaring for the 2023 NFL Draft. Even though this chapter is coming to an end, this journey's not over. I'm always gonna be a Longhorn. I bleed burnt orange. Thanks, Longhorn Nation, for everything, for everything. Everything that I love about this place is because of you guys. Try to do everything the right way to represent you guys in this whole university. I appreciate you so much, so much. I love my teammates. I love everybody here. I'm a Longhorn forever. It's been a blessing, and welcome.
So, guys, if you want to freeze frame that video at it's a 2 minute and 7 second video. So if you see it on his social media and freeze it at the
You should do a Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo at the 140 mark to see Brother Tran in there. But in all seriousness, I know Bijan's thanking this program, this university, the fans. Really, brother, it's us saying thank you to you. And we appreciate the fact that you chose this program back in 2020. You signed with us at the time, Stan Drayton, Brian Carrington, Tom Herman, that whole OG, that whole old staff. And what what Bijan Robinson has contributed to this university on and off the field is spectacular. To win a Doak Walker award this year, unquestionably the best running back in the country, not just with the statistics, not just with the film, but with leadership. Um, how he's grown as a young man. He is absolutely uncertifiably ready for the NFL. Um, he's been ready for the league since he just had to, kind of bide his time here at Texas. He's been the face of NIL and what good looks like with NIL. And guys that came before him, he knows he wears number 5 in honor of Reggie Bush. And
Mhm.
guys who were superstars of the past that never got to really capitalize on their stardom. Bijan Robinson provided that avenue. And then what he's done with that, Tran, in the Austin community and his own community, sharing his message of his spirituality, his relationship with Christ, all of these things it's why he's probably one of the most beloved Texas Longhorn players of all time, Tran.
You and I, a couple weeks ago, we were having that same discussion. I almost said debate, but it wasn't a debate. I mean, from a fan base who critiques everything and anything about their athletes. The last person I could think of that was loved unconditionally, like Bijan was Vince Young. That's the last I mean, you and I, we floated the idea of Colt McCoy, but Colt McCoy still had his doubters when he stepped out in the national championship game. But I mean, it's deservingly so. The reason why he's loved so much at Texas, and like you said, for him to choose Texas as an out of state kid and represent the University of Texas the way he does, it just makes him just that much better as a Texas athlete, and he'll be loved here forever. Like when KD comes around, he'll get the same ovation that he got.
Absolutely. The NFL is getting an absolute star. The NFL
Mm-hmm.
is getting a guy that they will be able to market right away. The NFL is getting a guy who will put eyeballs on him and cheeks in the seats the whole bit. He is going to be one of the most exciting running back prospects coming into the league since Saquon Barkley. We know that with the position versatility and not so much position versatility, but position value in the league, running back is definitely one that has become lower on the pole, and teams can supplement that position in a myriad of ways. When you get a player like Bijan Robinson, you're not just getting a running back. You're getting one of the best football players you will see. You're getting an amazing wide receiver. You're getting somebody that's pretty much good at everything that he'll be asked to do and is really on the cusp of getting even better now that he'll be focused 100% on football, his training, and just really stepping into being one of the best players in the NFL, probably pretty early on in his career. It would be my expectation of him, and that's just what he's always shown, what he's always done since he came in here as an 18-year-old, and what we will see him do at the next level. Tran, I'm already gonna bet on him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year next year. Hopefully he doesn't end up with the Philadelphia Eagles, but
Yes, that's the only thing I hope that doesn't happen, because I don't want to cheer anything for the Philadelphia Eagles, but I will cheer for him no matter what team he's on.
I do want to say it was really cool in that video to see Roschon, some of the other
Mhm.
backs, but Roschon in particular because Roschon is leaving as well and is already climbing up NFL draft boards himself, and is somebody we are also very, very thankful for his contributions and service to university. When you have guys like that, and look, this is going to be a controversial point, but again, I don't have time to say anything other than the truth. It's kind of why I'm disappointed with how this season still came out, even though we're 8-4 and all of that. Those two guys led my football team. Those two guys were my captains, and I wanted them to have the opportunity at least to play in a Big 12 championship game. I wanted them to have an opportunity to play in games with more significance to where they don't have to opt out and really worry about training for their futures. As we talked about earlier with the running back position, they only have so many carries on their body. and they need to get into the league now, get those benefits, get the quicker they can both get to having that second contract in the NFL, which is very, very key. There's a clock on their position, unlike anyone else. So I don't have any room or energy to even talk about discussing why they're opting out. I actually want to go the other way in terms of why I'm excited to see Jonathan Brooks and some of the other guys that are left in the room. But Roschon Johnson, just seeing him a part of this leadership of the team, I wish we could have been more successful as a team this year for them. That's why I got frustrated so many times when all of us were more youth movement oriented and excusing certain level of play. When you have these guys don't come around every season or every 4 years. A guy like Bijan Tran, a guy like Roschon. These are guys that are fundamental pieces of your football operation, and you couldn't ask for better young men representing the face of your program. Tran, where I am excited though is Bijan said in the press conference, there's some boys in that room. He mentioned Jonathan Brooks and Jaden Blue and Keelan Robinson. How excited are you for those guys to get their opportunity to show what they can do?
Well, we've seen it. We've seen it very sparingly. Even with Keelan Robinson, we know what we get with him. He's a home run at any given second. A home run, bust one for 60 yards, as long as you get him into space. Jonathan Brooks, we've seen it where he can break tackles the same way that Bijan has. Yards after contact that he has, and I mean his vision is, I think possibly maybe one of the best in the room right now. We haven't really seen a ton of Blue out there. I would love to see him. He's a highly recruited running back. And then we also have Baxter coming in too.
Absolutely.
Who's some recruiting resources have him listed as the number one overall back in the nation. Kind of way that Bijan was it was between him and Evans was who was number one, and I'm excited with this youth movement because I think it's, from a transition perspective, I think you can ramp up a lot faster as a running back because the little techniques. I think the hardest thing to learn in college is pass pro.
Yes,
and we do have running backs that have been in there for 1 to 2 years that can pick up where they left off. And with the offensive line, ramping up the way that they are, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this youth movement. And one thing that we've touched on this channel, but that there hasn't been a ton of talk. We needed Bijan to do what he did to get drafted at a number one position.
Hopefully, we haven't seen it yet.
Yes,
that is projected.
Projected. Yes, it's projected by many recruiting sites or many draft boards that he's going to be in the top 10 this year. And if he's a number, we haven't had a number one overall since Malcolm Brown, right?
You mean a first round pick? Yes.
Yeah, first round pick. So we needed him to do what he did to get to this. And I mean, we now are in good hands. He helped build up that room. And, I'm glad you touched on Roschon because Roschon, he saved our running back room a long, long time ago. If people don't remember, is that we had one scholarship running back at one point, and he goes, I'll switch over because I want to play. He saved our running back room. This is the selflessness of him as an individual and him backing it up with his athleticism. I'm so appreciative of these two.
They're both going to go on to have long NFL careers, hopefully getting multiple contracts, and again, making these teams, serving them proudly on and off the field, and the great things that they're going to do in the community and with the platform that they have. And so with this announcement, again, it's time for the new era at Texas, and we get to see that come the Alamo Bowl. That's why y'all can talk about opt-outs all you want to. At least we get a sneak peek now on what we have. That to me, that's more valuable to this football team. Getting Jonathan Brooks those reps, Jaden Blue, all those guys, and allowing them to get rocking and rolling going into 2023.
Yeah, I have two quick. Well, one, it's a question for you. Do you feel vindicated?
Vindicated in what way?
This past summer, you had many arguments with many different people online and over the phone on who you thought was the best running back in the nation. Do you feel vindicated yet?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people watching this video are going to be like, well, that's a no-brainer, Steve. Who the hell were you arguing with? I have receipts.
Yes, there's a ton of receipts out there.
There's receipts out there where people were pushing, whether it was Tank Bigsby or old boy from Wisconsin. His name escapes me right now, who was really good as a freshman. There was the Blake Corum conversation. Blake Corum had another amazing season.
He had a fantastic season.
Yeah. Yes, but there were people pushing other backs, and I'm like, guys, this is if Bijan would have been in the dope conversation last year if he didn't injure his elbow against Kansas, quite frankly, and that was a season-ending injury for him, which is more the reason why he needed to get to the NFL sooner rather than later. But watch, again, the tape speaks for itself. The accolades, everything that he's accomplished. I thought he was one of the best players in college football. I thought he was better than finishing ninth in the Heisman race. We understand that's also, a team and optics and position type of award as well. But I definitely feel vindicated from that standpoint. I don't even hear those folks anymore, Tran. One guy deleted his account when I was going looking at the receipt. I'm dead serious. I had to save him in the receipts folder. So, everybody out there that was talking that monk, I don't see him, bro. I don't. But who I do see is our good sponsors, our good friends over at Last Stand Hats. Guys, check out laststandhats.com/fanatic. Trans rocking one of the Texas football hats right now. Promo code Fanatic10. Laststandhats.com/Fanatic. Fanatic10 will get you 10% off at checkout. You can rock what Tran got on his head. This right here, that up top. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is a Last Stand Hats golf polo. There's tons of gear on the site to take advantage of. Even if you are here as a resident hater from another school, we might have your school on the site and gear up there. So go check out laststandhats.com/fanatic on us. Promo code Fanatic10, 10% off at checkout. Best of wishes, blessings and blessings and blessings upon Bijan Robinson, all of our guys that have declared. I know we didn't get to do a video about everybody, but Bijan's just been one of those special guys here. But the Demos, the Roschons, everybody out there, that love is coming from us as well. But with somebody that is projected, as Tran said, to be a first round pick, hopefully Texas's first round pick in the last 6-7 years. Couldn't think of a better person to represent us than Bijan Robinson. So, brother, thank you for your service. Mm-hmm. Guys, remember, horns always up.